Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus back again. Now, this is when you know things are really gone bad. When you have representatives who you've chosen to represent you as far as your government is concerned, and you find out that they are doing things that perhaps you don't like, and yet they do it anyway. And it really can bother you if they represent evil. And when I say represent evil, I mean that the results of the actions or the policy brings about pain and suffering and dissatisfaction to some people or all people. So that would basically represent the evil. Now, when we want to say righteousness, then it would nullify all of that and it would work for everybody. I noticed that most of the people who have spoken, Republicans who have spoken against Donald Trump, who would not aid Donald Trump in destroying this nation's democracy at this point. Yet and still, most of them say that they would vote for him again if he was the candidate. I mean, I've heard people says that I would not allow anyone to cause me to take an action that would embarrass my state against the Constitution and what we're supposed to represent. And yet, you would find someone who cares nothing about that, who advocates nothing but the evil stuff, hatred, racism, bigotry, and all these things. I mean, they really advocate that, and you know they advocate that. And you say that if they were the representative again of the party, that you'd vote for them again. So that basically means that, as far as you're concerned, racism, hatred and bigotry and all that stuff is okay with you. You can put up with that. What about poverty, crime, and violence? You are saying that you could put up with that because if you are just representing a particular set of people, then there's no way that you're going to be able to benefit all of the people. So somebody's going to get screwed. And if you would vote for a candidate who sat outside and say blacks and other people of color and stuff, minorities and stuff like this don't really matter, and you would vote for that person, you are saying you don't care about the blacks and minorities and all that other kind of stuff. So that doesn't make you any different than Donald Trump. So what it basically you're saying is you're evil, just like Donald Trump. That's why you cannot vote for someone else because you're evil. And I would say that if someone else was evil, you'd vote for them. That's why you say if Donald Trump is not the candidate, if it's DeSantis or somebody who represents the same things as Donald Trump represent, then you would vote for them because you represent those kinds of things. Evil. Isn't that sad? I would like to see a person like Donald Trump, who represented all this evil, go against a guy like me. It doesn't have to be me, but a guy like me who represented peace and prosperity and freedom and joy in your life and your dreams being fulfilled, your wants, your needs, and your desires being met. I'd like to see that person run against a person that just wants white people or white supremacy to excel. I would like to see someone run against a person that's that biased, who would represent all of the people. That's what I'd like to see. I'd like to just see the ugliness in America. I'd like to see it. I mean, I really wouldn't want to see it. I hope it didn't exist. But the reality is that it does exist. And I would like to expose it. I would like America to see just how much ugliness, just how much in America there's hatred and racism and bigotry. And I know all of these things are just consequences of evil, the evil lifestyle. For instance, people say they don't want big government. You know why they don't want big government? Because they can steal. See, we talk about capitalism, which say get back off of big government, and this is why the people who are into money and excuse me, the gap between the haves and the have-not is so great because of the kind of system that we live under. Now, I would propose a system that works for everybody. A system that works for everybody. What does that mean? That means everybody got a job. That means that everybody participates in all the things that are essential for survival, and because they do, then they have ownership in it, part ownership in it. So they can be denied nothing that for which they have part ownership in. Now this is black and white, young and old, American, and anything else that lives here. But it also represents righteousness. But a person that's a hater cannot represent that. They would have to represent, say, white supremacy, black supremacy, whatever, but they could not go for everything because evil would not permit it. And this is what we need to expose. We need to expose evil. Now, I know people are going to be saying, well, what are the chances that if I represented, say for instance, or somebody gave voice to big government that represented everything for people, food, clothing, and if they had to nationalize everything to protect every citizen, then they would advocate nationalizing everything to protect every citizen, because in government it is the voice of the people that is protecting the lives of the people, all of them. That's good government. If you leave somebody out, that's no good government. That's biased government. So, I mean, what else can you advocate? What else can you advocate for? You own nothing on this earth. Nothing. You don't even own your own body. You die when time comes. You have nothing to do with it, really. And the things that you do is, oh my, look, this world is evil. And America is showing just how evil it really is. And when we're coming back to this 22 and people are running for office because they are evil. I mean, they're running for office because they're evil. They are saying that we want to be in office because we're evil, and evil is going to take over America. And people who, as I mentioned earlier, who were standing up against evil earlier would say that they would vote for evil. Like Mitch McConnell, when he set up and just said, this is wrong, and Graham, I just can't go this is it for me. And then turn right back around, yes, I'd vote for him. Now what? I mean, Satan himself could do no worse than that. I want to thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oops. Don't be doing that.